So let's get into the post-match. Reigns and Rollins are face-to-face before Edge goes after Rollins. So you kind of had that tease there with Reigns and Rollins of what their alliance or lack thereof will be after this show. So Edge attacks Rollins on the floor and they brawl into the crowd. Reigns and Heyman are left, and Reigns says that the whole world can now acknowledge him. And with that, John Cena's music hits. And this arena, all in unison, said, the Taiwan thing is over and done with, John. We're not holding it against you. Dude, this was among the biggest pops I have heard on a WWE show in years. This blew away the Edge pop on Friday by a significant portion. This was unbelievably loud.
I mean, it was a very significant surprise return. I mean, the most significant since Edge's, I feel, at the Rumble. They kept this under wraps. I mean, everybody...
This was like Punk at Money in the Bank 10 years ago.
Yeah, it was. Everybody knew the rumors, but I don't know if there was any.
This was the ultimate argument that spoilers don't matter if it's something you want. I think everyone knew. You knew what you're getting.
Did this get leaked anywhere? That he was like backstage or anything?
There was some word out there about the potential of him showing up.
Well, I missed it. But in either case, yeah, like this crowd was reacting to this guy, not necessarily just as a wrestler, but now as a bona fide Hollywood movie star. Coming off of F9. I mean, despite what people think about F9, he was one of the leads. He's coming off of a very well-reviewed Suicide Squad with James Gunn right now. So he's coming in with an elevated star power level. And finally, to be able to see Roman Reigns versus John Cena in the ring together, and a Roman Reigns that everybody seems to love hating right now, and a John Cena that everybody seems to love right now, this is, outside of The Rock versus Roman Reigns, probably the biggest match that they could make. Yeah.
I mean, he came out, it was the WrestleVotes account that had noted this earlier in the day. So it was circulating a little, but man, they didn't even have John talk, which I think was smart. You didn't need him to talk. He just came in, crowd was going insane, gave the "you can't see me," show went off the air. You know what your SummerSlam main event is. This was a great end to a really, I would say, a pretty strong show from the
strong show.
Tonight. Very strong show.
Good to great
and
matches.
And peaked with like the last three matches. Like I would say, I would not put, I know I don't know if I'm in the minority or not, but I enjoyed the main event. I would not put it ahead of, like, the ladder match to me was front and center, the match of the show. With a honorable mention to Charlotte and Ripley. Like, they were right there with it.
Judging by that crowd reaction, I definitely wouldn't say that you're in a minority. But good to great matches. Incredible atmosphere.
Yep.
I thought you had significant events, and even on the kickoff with the significant title change, and of course the 2 briefcase wins, 2 people now being firmly put in the spotlight. In the case of Big E, like, it really feels like that one is very serious, and a big newsworthy return to close the show. So you really can't ask for much more than that for a pay-per-view, other than I guess a working network. But
yeah, well,
that's an unfortunate aspect.
Can you imagine if the network went down at the final 10 minutes?
It would be like Slammiversary, That was intentional, though, wasn't it? The Fin Juice deal?
I believe so, yeah.
Like, so they decided to deliberately cut away, like, as Juice or David Finlay ran out?
I saw the update from the Observer today that had noted, like, that was the plan. So I think that was just a way to, do something that you can show on TV right afterwards, like what happened right off the air, because they're going to do the Jay White David Finlay match in a couple of weeks at the.
Could you imagine if they did that
show
tonight? Could you imagine if they did that tonight, Roman?
Yeah, go off the air with Roman and Heyman. You will acknowledge me. Copyright 2021.
And then the first note of Cena's horns.